He's playing with like a girl. Pictures. Anyways. Whoa! I look like a mess. So of course I would want pictures of me, Auntie. Please.
Kathy's doing a live stream now. So everybody's freaking out. Dad's doing a live stream and we're in our pajamas.
So don't be on the camera. Does he have to? Does he need to be changed?
No.
The heat on the folk is so now by some latest leader Chavos back. The Wochen of Kodesh Year from the Kimmen. Some in the Schleimek, some in the Schachkommen, some Havdalah, we did the career and taking the biggest word of Schmai. Amos am Schleicher, so come so called the Gula Kurven with him. The main of Space Mason and Reese Mason, Brenner School. Brenner Shalom, Ibis, Dechanation of Kayak, give them a skill of faith within the Kayak. It's Leben, it's the dynamic and then a color of Baiterish. The Wochen of Kodesh Year from the Kimmen, gesehen, some else on the Rock of the Soch and Tosh of the Covenant's achievements when they high reach within the Seattle Smile of who's welcome remain. If she wants to see, she can go on the YouTube live stream.
Oh,
Mommy, if you want, you can go on YouTube live stream.
Brenner Shalom, God for now, you can stay on the phone. Brenner Shalom, God for now, the heat on the focus. So, yeah.
Is it on yet?
Let's see. Liebe Chavos Kodesh Gedewerk, the Wochen of Kodesh Year is on to Kimmen. Zumindest Schleimer, zumindest Havdalah, we did the Chavos, the latest word of Schmai. Amos am Schleicher, so come Shalcha.
Why is Mommy hang up?
because she wants to watch the live stream.
Well, she could be with us.
Why
Mommy?
Mommy hang up? Because she wants to watch the live
You can see out of the smile on the close woman. Hi. Oh no, he put his fingers in there. Now I can't use it. I need the new Stop it. I think if I stop it. Alright, just give me a new cup. Here, you drink this. Get drunk. I'm kidding. Give me the Did he do it again? Liebe Chavos Kodesh Gedewerk, the Wochen of Kodesh Year, sonst Kimmen zumindest von uns, muss kommen. Chavos we did the career and taking the biggest word of Schmai. Amos am Schleicher, so come Shalcha, the Gula Kurven. Brenner Shalom, Ibis, Dechanation of Kayak. Dan can wel gericht in den Kayak der zu leben ist. The Wochen of Kodesh Year, sonst Kimmen.
She said.
Here, wash this out. Pour it out, wash it out. Brenner Shalom, God for now, anything in Signy Yaakov, he told him before he saw for normalerweise. Liebe Chavos Kodesh Gedewerk, the Wochen of Kodesh Year, sonst Kimmen, sonst Chachamim. So Havdalah, we did the career and taking the biggest word of Schmai, Amos am Schleicher, so come Shalcha. The Gula Kurven with him. Here, we're in the Space Mason. Make one more. Liebe Dechanation of Kayak. Jetzt leben wir zu tun. The Wochen of Kodesh Year is on the Kimmen. Sind zum Mazel zu Bracha Vatzlacha und solche Bechulen zu Shiva. Wenn ich high reach in seine reach in Seattle the Schmai.
So you do it.
God for that, Yaakov. Hate and the folk Israel von allen Weisen und Leute, das Liebe Chavos Kodesh Gedewerk. The Wochen of Kodesh Year sonst Kimmen zum Schlimmen zum Kommen. Havdalah we did the career and taking the biggest word of Schmai. Amos am Schleicher, so come Shalcha. Brenner Shalom, Ibis, Dechanation of Kayak, get down with the Wacht nog eens, sinds mazel und zurück und so. Ich habe wegen das eine Weg bis ja das Smile und groß wollen. Das sind viele von Hanukkah, aber jetzt guckt man so social mit Bridget, especially in Hina Elias Yaftach, for Yafki, other business your honey, no, I hear ich schaffte mein Messos in meinen Yeshia, Adonai Shalom, Chavos, Adonai, voice of Minimuskel, Salonai, voice of Minimuskel, Salonai, voice of Minimuskel, Sala, Adonai, voice Asher, and Betech, Adonai, voice Asher, and Betech, Adonai, voice Asher, and Betech, Adonai Hoshia, Hamelchi, and Queen, Adonai Hoshia, Hamelchi, and Queen, Adonai Hoshia, Hamelchi, and Nain, Karani. What? I hear them high service in Chavos, and kind Tiloni. Guys, she says, "I'm sure Adonai Kos of Maran Bruchat Adonai Lahani Malkah Way Lambar Priyagofen." Bruchat Adonai Lahani Malkah Way Lambar Min Besamem. What in oil, I hang a mother, Hawaii lumbering, Marie Hawaii. What in oil, I hang a mother, Hawaii lump, Hamabdil, Ben Kodish, Lachol, Ben Oil, Kodish, when you swore, Lam, and Ben Yamash, illustrations to me, and Master, what in oil. Hamabdil, Ben Kodish, Lachol.
Amen. No one is lost.
Huh?
Someone was lost.
Wow.
Yeah, mommy. No, needs to be in the phone.
Nice coat.
Tata.
Right, someone needs to clean him. I think he needs a diaper.
What do I do with this?
Well, I think we're supposed to use it to light the Hanukkah candle.
Hanukkah candle? Where's the shamus? Or do we actually like let it
Okay,
go?
I'm gonna take this.
What?
I'm filming for you.
No, you don't do
You gotta get him out of here. He's making a mess. Don't show the diaper now.
Okay.
No, this live stream is on a break. No, goodbye.
Stop it. Stop
Right. No, we're gonna go over to the.
it. After me.
I wasn't supposed to wash this out yet.
Nope, totally.
Alright.
We're supposed to be two. No, we gotta keep it on. Let it keep back to live stream so they can. People are watching. 3 people are watching.
This stuff away.
3 people. No, there are 3 people. Because you said something. Yeah. Ow. 3 people are watching. Yeah. Look. Everybody's running for their lives from the caravan. Yeah. Mommy can't be in the phone with us. Mommy, comment something, please.
I don't know if she's on anymore. I got it.
Yeah. Mommy comment something.
Shame you could contribute. It's Hanukkah. 10 years long for now, but no, I'm finished. Still a Kabansi called. Hier nu is soldaten ook van een soldaatskool die kunnen gezien zijn.
Mommy, comment something already. Do not
Gauw, ik weet maar goed gewonnen.
Sorry.
Wanneer ik gewoon in Talmide gekomen met mijn King Rodson. Ik ben de zomer baat gehad. Nee, hij is wel Malkah, Malkah is bekomen. Zo lang net zo geworden. Geen hatter. Ik neem maar de nul heen alleen maar uit. Zee meer goed kutje burgers geen hebben de geweest. Zee meer goed kutje burgers geen hebben de geweest. There it is. Famous.
There you go.
Don't touch it.
Sham yushbel shefeli and ya abba iets goed hebben en je gaat niet zeggen. Tersh bek sav tersh bek tabas mal gudu. View Zari Vizaris al me tell me the chachomim and chasidim of normal and normal. It's Chusmat as your crime for one. Tires living on the surface. The sex anyway in a profession from the list because before they know it's what's on the list, definitely Mr. Shaka being a mother and all hell. No, now you're getting like double. Yeah, just turn the sound off because it's gonna. Shame je gaat kutjeburg geschenkt hebben de groegen. Weinig mogen we doen. Dan kan je met mitzvahs het locus neer Hanukkah. Mooi. Shetik nu al nog gaan we zorgen voor een zaak en shosje boven. Burichat Arinoi. Elohim Melech Olam. Asher. Kedishuni b'mitzvoisav. V'tzivuni lehadlik ner. Hanukkah.
Oh, mine.
Burichat Arinoi. Elohim Melech Olam. Sheyusa nisim lavoisa b'bayni. Bayom emuhaim b'zman hazeh.
Oh, mine.
Neider Saluli, Uning Madlikin, Al Nismal Nikois, Al Kisel Nikomas, Nikomas, Sisla, we say, Ayum Mahaim is Manazali, they can never Kadashim, Only to my Hanukkah, Holy Queen
Hello, Kirkland from Express speaking here. Okay, I'm gonna
Hello, right, so
do the thing.
Kedayla, Hoy, this La Hanan, Shim Hagal, only Sech, only Sech. At least you just use those candles. Let me just put out this. Right, we start with Psalm 91. We say 7 times with the previous verse before that. It was 754. So. Be noyam adin Eloheinu loini, masidin kunloini, masidin kunloini. Yoy shai v'seisur el yom b'tzel shaddai, yis loinan ayman, ari noy machsim in s'dasi Elohai, eftach boi. Hi tzil chmi pach yokish midava voice pervosi yosef lach b'sachis knof eftach sim s'ifem etel sim pachet loyel mechitz yefem in bent deva boi fol yalech wikete fishus reim. Yipol mitzvot t'chala for v'menach alech gosh. Rak v'inach hasabit v'shlumas v'shroim ti'eh. God, what did I machi? How are you in something my nechalaisun? I look at Havdalah, Kabalacha. Ki Malkah. Yitzabelach, Lishmarcha, B'chol Berachachal, K'fay Misim Chapeti Kefa Vanlech, Lechal, Shachem Vesim Vinachal.
Myself! You're just standing! Help me!
Ki Malkah Yitzabelach, Lishmarcha, B'chol Berachachal, K'fay Misim Chapeti Kefa Vanlech, Shachem Vesim Tidrich, Timus Kibusanin. Ki B'choshak V'Tai Savei Kedashmi. Ik weet niet wanneer hij mijn eigen zorg al zeven al bij. Order je must be over you see. You must be over you see. He needs to be changed. He needs to be changed. I can't say Tillim with him over here. Change him. Vihi noyam adi noyam loyni. Masid in loyni masid in kunai. Yoy shevet say loyam b'tzel shaddai. It's loyni amar. Adi noyam machsim is lusi Elohai. Eftach boy. It's just a pack of fish with a voice for Rossi Yosef left for Sachas for left for Sims. The same pack of oil and Hutsi if you remember the Bible Yalech, make it a visual swim. Ye Pullman said Khalaf of Menachalach, gosh, Rock Vinachasabit, which was a shanty. That was the Maxi all going something my nephew, I soon look at Abinagali Kavalacha. Kimaloch of Yitzabelach, Lishmacha, the Katimus in Kapenti gave a Venaglacha. Chavos and Tish Sanin. Ki Choshak will tell us we could me. Ukraine when you might say, I remember baby shoes, I remember baby shoes.
Hey, don't do that!
Oh, for me!
Let me put that.
Oh, wait.
Put that back.
Ik ben nog eens aan dit misschien moet het dan te wat in maakt die al jaren die Malkah wird samen lachlos maar gehad wat de gehad hij moet een vinden kunnen we blijven zagen we zijn team met zijn in die weet wat ik ook zei dat we kunnen smeren kunnen iemand heeft het zorg al zeven gaat de nummers weer moet je zien nummers weer moet je zien Hinay Madano, Hinay Masin, Hinay Masin, Yosh Bessel Yom Shaddai, it's like on a mar. Adinay Maximus of the Seal, high of that boy. Suchumi Pakio Kishman Dava, Vice Versi, Yosakla, Sakas, Knabba, Texas, Suchumi, 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 Bible Yali, the kid of Ishitsura, Meeple, Mr. Khalif, Manaka, gosh. Rat Benachas Sabit, but Mr. Shanti Air, Cat, what in I Maxi, of young Santa Minaka, Lysunela, Avanega, Likabalacha. Kimalacha Vietzabalach, Lishmarcho, Beholder Al Capine Kapinti gave him one Raglachel Shachavus and Tidrichtim is Kursanin. Kibi Hoshak Volta is a week of Shmir Kenny, I may make him circle to the Habi. Or you remember me ever should see, or you remember me ever should see, when I'm Madanella, and one of Mass and one of Mass and one. You should be Israelian, so you slide on more. Lottie no Maximus to the seal, I have that bike, it's super me pack, you have to have a vice versa, so Texas Knap in the Texas in the city. Like soon I left her of an agalica, Balecha. Ki Malocha Vitzabelach, Lishmarcha, Beholder, Capimus and Capiti together in the Grachel, Shachavus and Tidrichtimus Kusanin. Ki Vichosha will place and wait to me. It's raining in my neck of the circle day. Or you can be able to see, or you can be able to see, and I'm not know any master. You should be saying so. We understand that. It's like, no. Ale no Maximus to the seal, I have that boy. You took me back, you could have vice versa, yes, I thought, never that. Seems to hear me to the seal, me back and while, me if you remember Deva by Fulano. It's a beautiful to say, I'm meeting the Chavos for Renata, Rock Benachas Sabit, which almost was trying to That's what I Maxi. Alion something I know. Nailach of an egoli Kabalacha. Kimalacha Vitzavalach Lishmarcha, Beholder. Alcapimus in the Capins, gave him up and Raglacha, Shachavus and Tidrich, Timus Kivisanin, Kivicho Shakabutai, Sakvia Kurishmi. She can only he may not have a circle save of day. Ayachim must be able to see, Ayachim must be able to see. Vihino, Amadino, Hanulani, Master, then the Kinulani, Master, then the Kanahi. Yeah, you should be saying so only on Mitzil Shaddai, it's like no Neymar. Adino Maximus of the seal, a high of Tachboy, Kitsuchami Pakiokish Milava voice. Rossi Yasachlach Sakas Knapa Tax Simi Sukamite. Like Simi Pakan Loyal Machisi and the Deva by Foliahalik because of Yushatsurai. Meeple Mitzid Kala for Rum and Echolecholi Gosh. Rak Benachasat bit, the Shulumus Visham Tia. Cat Valina Maxi Allian, something I necho. Like Sunay Lecha Ravanega, we Kabalecha. Kimalocha, Yitzabalach, Lishmarcha, Beholder Chachal, Kapaimus and Kapenti gave over Raglecha. Shachavus and Tidrich Timus Kvizanin. Kibi Hoshak Voltais, like Vaya Kurishmi. Ukraine of an in my neck of a circle save a day. Or you can be a see, or you can be a see. Vihina, Armadino High, Olani Masid and Kunlani Masida, any Kunai. Yeah, you should say so on young, but self should die, it's like on. I'm Mar. Ladino Maximus of the seal, a high, if that boy. Kitsuchami Pachio Kish, me never have voice, but Rosiasachlach, the Sakas Knop of Texas. Seen of it say Heremitoy, like Sir Mipachat Loyal Michael, or Fiamam, Devil by Foliahalik Mikat, have your sorts of Haraim. Ye pull Mitzidcha, for Romanachal, hello, gosh. Rak the Einachas Sabit, Basilimus, empty air. Cat what in Nima, see Allian, something Einacha, like Unelacha Rav and Agali Kabalecha. Kimal Acha, Vitzabalach Lishmarcha, Beholder Achacha. Alcapimus and Kapenti gave her an Raglecha, Shachavus and Tidrich, Timus Kuvasanin, Kivicho Shakultais, like we occurred as me. Ukraine of an Imanach of its circle save a day. Arachima must be able to see, Arachima must be able to see. The next psalm is Psalm 30. Mizmor Shechanika Sabayis Ladovid Armincha Adinoi Kilusanulis Machtoi Vaili Adinoi Lahai Shepati Ailecha Patipa Aini Adinoi Alisa Min Shaol Nafshi Yisani Yardivar Zamr Ladinoi Hasida Bahai Luzecha Kodshoi Kega Papa Chayim Bertsin Ba'arav Yalin Bechi the Lord Bikerina Vani Marti shall be my oilam, I don't know. I will send him out of the hurry eyes. Started for Necha, he's in a fall. Elech Vadino, Carvaladino, is Hanon. My bets with me, but the tea, El Shachas, Yed Chafar Gida Mitecha, Shmadi Nevachanina Yadina, here is a Lee. Fachte Besbedi, Ilmacho, Li Patakti Saki Betazvenu Simcho. Bani is Mercha Kavoid Valley, Damadina Lahailo, Lamadeko. Next is Psalm 67, which is the shape of the menorah. Lanat Sech Nigi Nois, Miss Mashir Elohim. Yechanenu Vivokenu, Ponavitoni Sala. Das Barts der Kechabachal Gayim, Yeshua Secha. Yeducha Amim, Elohim, Yeducha Amim Kalam, Yismachi Veranani. Mim Kisishbet Amim, Mishar Elohim. Barts Tanchem Sala, Yeducha Amim, Elohim, Yeducha Amim Kalam. Eretz Nafsna Yivulach, Yivachenu, Elohim Eloheinu. Yivachenu Elohim V'Oisai, Kolapse Oretz. Next is Anabechoyach. Anabechoyach, Dulusi Mincha Tetzis Ra, Kabulina Samchas, Hagbenu Tarenu Naira, Nagi Border, Sheikhud, Chokavash Shamrein, Reclaim Tareim, Achamitzit Koschat, Amid Gamleim, Chasim Kadosh, Berftiv Chona, Elada Secha, Yechid Geil, Amcha Pneze, Chvei Kadosh Secha, Shavasenu Kabel, Shmad Saka Senu, Yedi Ata Alomais, Shavasenu Kabel, Shmasa Senu Tumus, Senu Kabel, Shmasa Senu Tumus, Shavasenu Kabel, Shmasa Senu Tumus, Susi. Next is Psalm 121. Shir Lamalos Sar Ainai El Harim Yain Yavay Azri Asri Mim Adinai Aisei Shemaim Ba'aretz Hal Yiteng L'Maikar Glach Al Yanum Shemercha Hinei La Yanum V'Leishan Shemer Yisrael Adinai Shemercha Adinai Tzilcha Al Yad Yaminecha Yaimam Hashem Eshliyakeh Kavireich B'Laila Adinai Yishmorcha Mikol Ra Yishmor Snapshecha Next is Psalm 133. Shir Amalos LeDavid, Hine Matov Menachem Shevesachim Gam Yachad. Hashem Hatov Al Harai, Shirid Al Zakon Zakana Haroin Shirid Al Pimidai Sav. Ktal Kermain Shirid Al Harai, Tzien Kisham Sivadi Nois Abracha Chayim Ad Hoilam. Next is Psalm 33. Ranunu tzadikim barinoi lai sharim navas hila adu larinai bechina b'nei v'lasor az zamroloi shaloi shechada sheti b'nagin v'svara kasher dvadinoi v'chol maasei v'amunah oiv tzedakah mishpat chesed adinoi mal'ah ha'aretz v'dvadinoi shmaim nasu b'rich piv v'kol tzva'am k'neis k'neit mei hayam neisen b'eit zoreis ha'hai ma'is yu'u meyadinoi kol aretz mimeni yagu kol yishvei sevel ki hu amar v'yehi hutzivo v'yamod Adinoi, hey Francis Goyim, hey ni machshveis amim. Atzes Adinoi la'olam tamoid machshveis libo, ilo davidar. Ashvei hagoya shel Adinoi lahav ha'am. B'char l'nach l'loi, mishmaim hebed Adinoi raz, kol b'nei ha'adam. B'choin shiftoi hishkiach, v'kol yoshvei ha'aretz, h'yos yachad libam ha'mevin, v'kol ma'aseihem. Melech noisha b'rov koyol, gibol, li'en latzol b'rov koyach. Shekar solicitor over k'loi, li'en maleit. Ein Adonai Elohev, Lam Yachlim, L'chaspei, L'chatzim Limavis Nafshem L'chayesam, Sharav Nafshem Shenu Chik Sol Adonai Azreinu Moginenu Hu. Kibo Yismach Libeinu Kibishem Kotshei V'tachnu, Yichas Tuch Adonai Eloheinu Kasher, Yichalnu Lach. Alright, next we'll say the verses from Psalm 119. Alright, we're going to start. We're doing Psalm 119. We're going to go from verse 121 to verse 144. Asi, si mishpat v'tzedek v'altanichein v'alishkai. Havdalah l'tzev al yeshkenu zeidin. Ein I kabul l'shvasecha. V'masidkecha. Asei im Havdalah k'chastecha. V'chukecha lamdeni. Havdalah ni avinein. Ein oisecha. Aislaso Sladinai Hefedu Tursech, Alkena Hafti, Mitzvisecha Mizahani pause. Alkin Kopakode Coil, Yasharti, Kolarach Shocker, Shaker, Sanasi. Think of the call your shorty, Kolarach, Shaker, Sanasi, Kolai, say Visecha, Alkain. Srasam Nafshi, Pesach Recha, your ear. Mavin Kasoyin, Kifarti, Vish, Upfer. Mitzvisecha, your Avti. Today I like a Hanani Kamishpa, like a Vishmecha, how my Hanin, Bimasecha, Valtash, like be out, Kolaban, Saint Meshach Adam, Vishma, Pikudecha, Penecha, Air, Havdalah Lamdani, Schukecha, Palgamai Murdina, Lay Shamru Sursecha, Sadika Twadi Noi, Yoshar Mishpatecha, Svisa Tzedek Egarisecha, Svisa Tzedek Egarisecha, Vimonoma Oid, some Sasni. Kin asi kishakud vechat sarais, rufim raschama oid, vayev decha hevot, yernechim nevzek, decha leishachachi, kaschat tzedek loilam asarascha emes, sarmatzik mitauni, svisech shashuai, tega yisech la'oi, la'am avinei vechia. 2, 3. Next we'll say Psalm 30 and 31. Shir malos mimakim kusi chadino yadino eishima bekuli kienes nechak shavos koltachnoi. When you fish my yadino mi amai kim chasli chaman tivrei. He thought in the kipson nafshiv loy cholti nafshi ladino misham lamad loy kisham modaker. The chelis elo adino kim adino chas rabbi meflus. We give this is only call of sav. Psalm 131. Shir malos the David adino gavali bivloy on loy na bivloy hilachti. Those will noise me money, Malaysia Visi Mamti. Napshikum like Molai Napshi, Achilles Olato Yadilum. Psalm 23 for Matzi Shabbos for Saturday night. Ms. Moshir, Ms. David Adinara, Elayach Sar, and especially everything on the Muslim language. Napsi Shagin Kinamagli said, they can punch my.
Thank you for saying
Sam Kila for being some love, Catherine Moody, Shift the Commission Antecha, Heminach Mooney. Arich van Shulchan, Negus for the Shandar Shamashi, Kushavoya. Ach, Table Chesed, you're the Nikolai Mechayo, Bishafti based on the Nelechiamim. Now, this is the hymn Kelmastat here. El Mistat, Bishafra Chavio, and a staple and now, Lami Kolroyan, Elos and Helos, Method Chesralia, Kathy, Niloho, Adinoi, Rashis Kairos, Koahakadum, Shumachachmos, Kahastuma. May I intimate say Vahina Lama Rashis Kochmira, Sadinoi. A Koi voice and Noah Nach, Layamena, my Mamikim Yidlamishvina, Taita Sachamishim Sharvina. I mean, I'm no Itzera, they know Huela, good oil, and Echel Nagder, Harab Kessa, good oil, Shmaim Kastecha, Abraham, Schoralab, Decha Kastadinois, Ketihilos, Adinoi. Morin, Abachayach Vira, might army intima. Pachad Yitzchok, Mishmatano, to give well, Madinoi. Miel come my first a little have a Yankov nurse, he likes the first Israel, Shemet, Kishmael, Viana Madinoi. Yos, his so voice, you guy no liney. Neitzach is the well mitzvah saying good liney. Imi Bargula is the line of a liney, Leonard Sechom Lechas Base Adinoi. Miamin and small unikas, Hanvim, Netzach, Vahoin, them so him, Yochan and Voice, Vishem, the Kruim, Holbenachel, Midi Adinoi. Yisoid, Sadik, Vishif, Nelam. I spiritually oilam yana drochat sadikli yisoid oilam sadik atu adinoi no hakim bim her malchus of the shloi my batur shishuloi my knesses Israel kalakriv and imo ters first biadadinoi vial hanisim vial apirkon vial akvirois vial chiois vial mulchamois vial nechamois shasisu lavai saini vol nechamois shisu lavai saini b'yamem bezmanazeh. Bimei matisio ben Yechanan kohen gadol chashmon Ivanov. Kshom the malchus Yovan Rasha. Alam chisol ashkichem terusechel aviram malchikem utzenecha v'tabrachem elkarabim. Matas lehem b'aisterosam ravtus v'fam dantus dinam nekantores nikmosam. B'sarta gibarim b'yad chaloshim rabim b'yad me'atim and tmeim b'yad tehorim shem b'yad tzadikim. V'zeidim b'yad ois kisosechel chos kisoshem gadol v'kodesh b'olam nacho. Lam chis well is a chu gadol fukim kiyamazeh. Achar kach b'vonach le'veisecha v'yinesech lech v'tiharis b'kdeshech v'dlikaneres b'chatzis kodshecha. V'kova yishmonis imei Hanukkah. Hey, liba halal loy do avis yison Next with fellow English and Chagadol Salom. Next is Nishmas. Nishmas kol chai tivorech Hashemchom. Adonai Eloheinu v'erech kol basar. Tiforim zroim zechucha malkinu tamid min olam adei olam atwel. B'baladecha in lonu melchu lo Mashiach. Hoydem atzlum for neis moinu marach. Im b'chol yisur tziv b'tziken lo melchu yizav v'semelech alota. Lo yishveni machon im alakol b'ris adin kol tolos amhud b'chol b'loi b'tish b'chois. La'igoi lo mod v'chesed v'ris avrach m'madonai hinei lo yinam lo yishan. V'yishayim m'kisner dam m'siachim m'n'atir asirim. V'semich neif l'm'zei kif kfifim m'neich n'olam b'chol b'ad chanach n'moydem elef l'm'alisho kayam. Sh'nin kamon gavlov s'v'sesenu shalach m'chavir Veinen Mürus, Kashemesh Queich, Veinen Fishes, Kanisha, Shemaim, Raglan, and Kalas Kulas, Ainoni, and Achim, speaking Mahidus, Luchad, and Elohim, will say, Luberch, Hashem, Kamalkin, Alachas, Melov, Alaf, Yelov, and Baby, voice from this, the Tavis Nis, and the Flesh, you see some of Venus, the same with money. For the Misraim, Galtoni, Adan, Elohim, Mayes, of them, Biditsuni, Barshal, and the Misraim, Kill Kaltoni. The Heravit Saltoni, Midav, and Malatuni, Michael, and Marim, Barab, and then one name, Middlesney. And Highness, Rinach, Machavois, of any Hasadach, Adan, Elohim, Alti, Chain, Adan, Elohim, and Natsach. Okay, never Shabbat the bunny. V'yich neshama, shnafakta b'fayni. V'loshen neshes after b'finik. Hein hem yodi v'orach v'shabach v'hor v'shar v'meyori tzivek tisha v'malichi shem chamalkin yitumid. Ki chol pel l'cho yoyde v'chol oshon l'choseh shuvah v'chol an l'chot tzapeh. V'chol berach l'chol sichra v'chol kaim l'fadach l'vad z'shtache v'chol l'vavus yira'ich v'chol kaim v'chlais yizam l'shmecha kadam shekosov. Kol atzmai soite manu adinai mecha mecha matol Ani mechuzik mimeni v'oni v'aviyay m'goyz l'loy sham asanei mates ishma. Sakas adal tazan takshif v'sashiyah. Miyed melach miyesh v'loch miyaruch loch v'elogol gibam n'arele. Elo yon k'nim v'rachum v'shmayim v'rtzn n'lochad shveicha k'nim v'reichad v'reichad shem kotshach k'nim l'David. V'chinavshis adonai v'chol k'ravay shem kotshoy. Mois tzir yeshiusi Lechano el shabayach Tikoin beis tefilosi V'sham toidon izabayach Liais tochin madbayach Mitzaram nabayach Azegmor b'shir mizmor Chanikas ha-mizbayach Roi sovo nafshi B'yogoin koichi chilo Chayai morri b'kishi B'shebed malchus aglo Ev yodoi hagadoi lo Hoitzi es hasagilo Chel paroi v'chol saroi Yordi ke'even bimtzilla Devir kodshoy heviani V'gam sham loy shukatati Uvanoi geis vehiglani Kizorim ovadeti B'yain rahal mosachti Kim ache avarti Kates bovel zari bovel The kates shiv noish ati Christ koi mas beroish bikesh Agogi ben hamdoso Dnioso loy lefach l'moikesh The gavosoi nishboso Roi shimini nisaiso V'yoyev shmoi mochiso Roiv bonav v'kinyanav Al holeitz tolisa Yevonim nikdet zirolai Azai b'mei chashmanim Ifor tzichoi mois migdulai V'tim eikol hashemanim Iminoi sakankanim Nasenes lashoishanim B'nai vino b'nimai shmoino Kov ishir nonim Chasoif soy akod shecho V'korev kaitz hayashiyah Sein al mahan shmecha Liyois luni teshiyah V'koim nikmas dam avudecha V'yimer shom yois aharosha Ki acheluni ha'ishia, ki acheluni shove ein kaitz li mei haro, dechei ad moin b'tzil tzal moin. Okay, moni rayim shiva, mechei pasha v'gam rasha. Okay, moni rayim shiva. Now read the additions to Motzor that are printed in the Sefer Mekor Chaim from the Balo Halila. Tonight is the Yortzeit of the Heilige Chavos, the Heilige Zayid of Chavos, and he brings, first is a different version of Chasoif. Chasoif zroya kodshecha tikorev kaitz hayashiyah nekoinik mahas nafshi Miad Malchus Harasho, Ki Archeli Hasho, V'yain Kaitz Lezois Haro, B'tzel Tzalmoin Tirdoif Admoin, V'suviroyim Shivhom. Now he brings from the Ramah, there's another stanza, which I know in that Verna they sing, but this is a little different than the version. And this version actually makes a little bit more sense. Ve'olam ha'yisoyish I k'vaydim mayrim roishi shmana kohel shavi malki aloi ha'kedoishi ha'verchato ha'ipshuai gam begoles ha'reviyi Chazayk Yisruel v'sachniya Yishmuel Imeyadoim tiften nafshi. Now he has this from Rabbi Yirmiyah, who was the Rab, I guess, I don't know, it says Bezdin Marina Rabbi Yirmiyah, and it is, I'm not sure he's referring to, but it's very nice. Yehi rotzoin milfonecha yochid hoid vehodar Gaal she'eris tzoinecha meyishmuel me'edaim yishmuel v'keida rachim b'koidesh nedar revach tosim le'aidar nachlos chohoshiyah elikomois hoiviyah be'amolek v'dor v'dor. And then the Balalila, the Heilige Zayid of Chavos says, Mishali, this is mine. This is something that our holy ancestor, the Chavos wrote a final stanza for Maoz Tzor. Choy kelei v'kerev re'eina v'yonyenu yoitzer voiker vo'erev habitu b'shiflu seini Yehi kaitz legol eisayni b'nai bais mikdushayni nagen aderes ir hagay veres v'sish koin bekir vayni maher v'oil shalach Moshiach tzidkayni. Then he says he showed this to one of the Gedolim, who said he should change it to be in the singular form. So he said, and I nodded my head in agreement, and this is the changes that he made to what he wrote. Avi malki v'koini yoitzer voiker vo'erev ve'ina be'oini Yodcha hiram al moini, harishain ho ad moini. Mager aderes, seir hagoy veres, nachash hakad moini. Mager aderes, seir hagoy veres, vaz yigdal sisoini. Now we'll sing from in the Sefer Chavos Yoer, which you can find on the Sefaria, and I posted on Facebook, and actually on the other video. This is what his Zayda, the Kohen Arav, Schusi Goin Reb Avram Shmuel, was a big tzaddik, and he was a great apologist, a tremendous person. he wrote his own long version of a Zem. When he was 31 years old, he was the Rav in Kellen, which is in Bohemia. Later on, he was the Rav in Worms, Rabavim Shmuel. And it says, his grandfather, when he was 31 years old, he was the Rav in Kellen. And he says, my father would sing this all 8 nights of Hanukkah, and I after him, but the Niggin of Motzor, the tune of Motzor. So that's what we're going to sing. It's from the Sefer Chavos. Again, Chavos is the Balad Lila. This is your side tonight, and we're going to talk by Melaveh Malkah about the Chavos. We'll after we're done with this, we'll wash. Shaddai sal imetzidosi lechadimi yotehi lo techoinin hegyoin machshavti ki ein belshoini milo kehilas Yaakov segelo achreinim kargelo v'shiva nosheftecho kivarishoina v'yoyatzecha kivatchila Mitzrayim Yeradni beverishoina Keshisi leizais imrananim V'yenid b'chol pina B'voides choimer l'vainim Zecharta bris rishoinim Hoitzai shabel kesedim Where were we up to? Yom pararta be'azcha shebarta rashei taninim Gvul kodshoi hevi ani Eretz toiva rechova Gam sham loi hinachluni V'ner Elohim kova V'tfini yad choiva Zakaini aizer havo Hoi v'ishbail nilkta bovel Ad hayesoid nechrova Hayev bikei shlashmi daini Agogi ben hamdosa Mitafe noshim lachi daini V'shisaini shisubita Mishol nafshi heleisa Dvarcha toiv milaisa Yemin chotireitz tamin awaits Asher tzivisa Livnei hayevonim nimkarni V'hafir bris v'toira Mi mishpatecha loisarni Shabbos v'chodesh koru mikra Kis v'al karna de toira Ein lochem chelek b'yal naira Oisoni la moivila Mirchitza tvila ki diber sara Habagia eis doidim Ki kachi shishanim Sul b'nais yedidim Biada doinim kosha Visha grisha meish Oy la la isa bisham la la baraya let us hashiva nifcha ha nafsha Roishni soy mis anecho Chatzi cherev shnina la Yisrael ye amar shemecha Al tiftachi b'sheichin moina Doid choana pana hishava be'elohim eina Ichtav Hashem kol asher b'shem Yisrael yechoina Yidam mishpachas hakohanim Boinus anadonai teshiyo Lachoisayim ben skanim Eis doidim higiya Ksoines had Pasim kara v'checha era b'ran Asna b'koila sukala V'im lo hayeda Tzadikim hotikin Alecha hishlichi yahavam Berev hayaba Levai saram ve'oivam Lizbnoi shma hayarvam Charbam Tavoy Belibam Hargu V'Seineihem and Aflu Lefneihem Ki Atam Isagvam Chamisha V'Esrim Lachoidesh Baul Tahir Azarais Loi Matsu Shemen HaKoidesh Ba'asra D'Shchichu Shayarais Yedeihem Loi Tehoirais Harik Mai Al Atzadatrais Ach Sasum Matzu Chasum Lehadlikes Haneirais Kadosh Adir Benor El Naira Lila Bukeren Shemen Hama or Kadlakus Yom Veloila Reis Yad Hagdoila Ner Tomid Lehalosh Minus Yomim Veleiloish Leimim Hashem and Loikola Lakilo Chizku Gvuras Rulamaleya Hes Yodam Ishes Ochiv Yazoiru Ki Koroiv Yoimehedam Bayu Eloi Hel Mayadam Beis Kotsham Vihoidam Sharois Rinane Emru Gule Adonoi Asher Podam Amitz Malkei Niva Hoishio Amon Nivi Evyoin Miad Malchis Harisho Tilbash Soka Kikishron Asay Ois Betziv Yoin Kefalge Mayim Betzion Beheres Anenu Yoim Korenu Oh Valetzion. If it's a half hour already, we can move the menorah.
28.
Alright, so it's been a half hour since we lit, so we'll move the menorah over and then we will make the Melaveh Malkah. Wash the Melaveh Malkah, and we'll talk a little bit about the Balalila. How's your? What are you doing? Mo. Shifta Yehim Ziknei Uretz Soren Os Sabatihim Kor Chagar Nos Nalaknahani Ois V'Chada Levisa Hatischak Liyoy Machroin Via Poscha B'Chochma Soires Chesed Alushoina Sophia Lichis Beisa Lechem Atzos Loiseichel Chamo Vaneha Vayashrumo Valo Vayalo Rabbi Isbonus Usichayil Chatulis Alkilona Sheker Hachein Behevel Hayoifi Lisha Yiras Adoinoi Itis Halom Sinila Mipriyadeha Bihamaliha Hashyor Maseha. Alright, we'll watch now for the Suda. Maybe I should change into a different Bekasha. Hold on.
I'll show you have chocolate.
Look, you're right there on the TV. We're watching it live. While we're filming and we're watching it. You are so cute.
too. You are adorable. You're looking in front of the screen. Oh, you little cutie. You are so cute and adorable. Should I give him his medicine?
Yeah.
Which are you?
You have to eat your peanut butter.
Look at the screen.
Alright, we'll wash and have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
what are they saying there?
Nothing.
Oh, there's comments.
Oh, they said?
Hi, please. We're trying to get. Oh my god, nice coast. I know, it's
Alright.
beautiful. I'm sorry. I'm in the bathroom. Hi, baby
Excuse
girl.
me.
Hi, Brummy.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you.
5.
Right, let's wash and have more
And that's
Malkah.
like everyone that's watching has already left a comment, I'm pretty sure. 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5. 7, 6, 5. 7,
Which is the
6,
intermission?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, Rabbi Shar, yay.
I'm sorry, I just need to look at my.
Why are you doing that on camera? Do it in the mirror.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 7, 6,
12.
5, 7, 6, 5.
Oh, it's too much salt.
Uh-oh. Why is there an ambulance going past our house?
I don't think that's an ambulance.
What is that giant truck thing?
Maybe it's a police car.
A police car is that big?
Oh, I don't know.
You have 7 likes.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
you don't play with this.
Iedereen kan je gaat wat een laat maar zeggen.
Amen.
Doggy. Cat. A doggy. Dog. Cat.
All right.
You want to sing
What's the next Taki?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzii lacha min haaretz.
Amen.
Here, sit down in this chair, and you'll sit down right next to Tati. Look, he wants to be in the chair you're sitting in. Oh. How about you sit over here? It's not a chair, but it's fun to sit on.
You're gonna break that.
No. Now you jinxed it. Come on, go over.
He wants to sit in the chair. All right, you can sit there.
It's his live stream now. Uh-oh. It's his live stream now. Mega. He's trying to fix the chair to make it perfectly in the frame how he wants it.
Anybody want fish?
Okay.
Sure.
Some plate salad.
Okay.
What? 5.
He's like, no.
So touchy.
Let me have some fish.
She's like,
Want fish?
no, he wants to sit in the
Try him.
chair.
All right.
Have forks.
Forks.
7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't know. You see a 2 and a 7 because there's 2 people watching and 7 likes?
Yeah.
Where's the other 5 people go?
1, 2,
They only want to see Tata like the menorah, and that's it.
7.
Well, come on back. We want people in the chat.
4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3.
You see
You
all the
took-
numbers?
What? Yeah, I fish right. You watched, Faggy?
5,
I'm
5,
gonna go watch.
7. 1, 2, 3.
You watched
One,
Malkah's
two,
the yurt site, our
1,
holy Zayda, the Chavos Yor.
4, 5,
All right.
6, 7.
Don't play with the candle, Shlomi.
Now.
All right, I'm saving this mead for my friend Rabbi Rosenberg made this mead.
No?
He sells it under the label Lost Tribes. This is from 2014.
Seven,
LostTribesBrew.com.
5, 4, 6,
So the Sons of Rav, he would have meat after lighting Hanukkah left. So we'll sip a little bit of mead. Please don't play with matches. Put it back in the box. You want some of this mead?
I'm 10.
7, 5, 4,
What?
3,
What?
1.
Color.
7,
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 5, 7,
Chaim, Chaim,
7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7,
Who just commented?
They said I love mead.
Rabbi Manning.
Oh. Tati, look. He said I love mead.
I know.
3, 2,
All right.
1.
Let's start with Askinu Sudasa. From Malkah. Oh, we didn't say V'it Nocha yet. Let's say together V'it Nocha.
Moses.
In here. He wants to sit here. He wants to.
It's his live stream now.
Is that in this sitter?
The ABCs? How do you say? Alex,
Yeah.
5.
I'll use the other sitter. Bench right here. We'll save first for V'it Nocha. This is a sweet mead. Usually we have a dry mead, but Hamavdil ben kodesh. We'll say Hamavdil first. Hamavdil ben kodesh l'chol chatoy sayni hiyim chol zureni v'chaspayni yar bekachol bekakoy chovim ba'aloy lo yoim pono ketzel toymer akrol olel olaib goymer Omar shoymer osavoyker v'gam laila Tzikos chaka harta v'al chatavaya v'ortavoy Kemes Malkah Yavar v'ashmiro b'laila Chol v'oinas min chasi mi'itay mini chasi Agati v'an chasi ascha b'chol laila Koili bal yintal psach li sham nital Sheroishi nimlatal Kavitsa Cyrus Cisa Lila Sarnaya Ravayim Ashavet Tanafid Yamaneshaver Beravim Isan Lila Prasicha Ya Ishi Aini Arachaim Todiani Mida Ustavasi Nimian Lila Taher Tinif Masai Pen Yoimri Machisai Aye no Eloi sai Hanaisens mirois balaila Nachnu biyadcha kachoyme Slach no kal v'choyme Yoim liyoim yabiyoyme V'layla lo layla Hamavdil ben kodesh l'chol Chatoy sayni hiyim chol Zerayni v'chaspayni yar bekachol V'kakoy chovim b'laylo Hamavdil ben kodesh l'chol Chatoy sayni hiyim chol Zerayni v'chaspayni yar bekakoy chovim b'shumayim El poida mikol tzar Kranicha min ha-meitzar Yodcha lo-siktzar Lo-yoim v'lo-lo-lo Yamavdil ben kodesh lechol Chatoy sayni yimchol Zerayni v'chaspayni Yahar bekachol V'kakoy chovim ba'loila Mechuel Sar Yisruel Eliui v'Gavriel Yevoyinoi Magoyel Kimi v'Roini v'Chatzi Alayla Oy Mavdil ben kodesh lechol chatosaini Hiyim chol zaveni v'chasbaini V'yabekechol v'kakechavim b'alayla Naloni shviatoiv Ranan kaganativ Toiv miyadinoi v'yatoiv Kol yoim v'chol alayla Oy Mavdil ben kodesh lechol chatosaini Hiyim chol Rani v'chasbaini, yabekechol, v'kakechol, v'masamayim. Get vach, a mazel tov. Get vach, a mazel tov. Oh ja, get vach, a gezinte vach. A freiliche vach, besoides toivois, v'metiois. Mit der Sach, goldener Redler. I'll say V'yitin L'cha, and then a few Zmiris, and then we'll learn something. V'yitin L'cha, well, he may tell us Shemaim Shmani Oris for Havdalah v'Sirosh. If the Chamim Yishach v'Chalamim, Kevi v'Lachech v'Yishtach v'Lacha b'nei Mecha, Recharam Rech Baruch. By the way, we should say together. Vayitin L'cha, because Vayitin L'cha was all given for deer. El Shaddai V'Rechois, Chavrafra Chavraf V'Echa, Vayitin L'Kahal Amin. Vayitin L'cha, Spirkas Avraham L'cha, Zaracha Yitoch, Grish L'cha, Zerz Megarecha, Asher Nisan, Elohim Avraham. Me'el Avicha V'Yezrecha, V'Shaddai V'Rechecha, V'Echa Shemayim Me'al, V'Echa Tzahim Revetzes Tochas, V'Echa Shaddai V'Recham. B'chayis avicha gavral b'chayis hayrayat havas gevayis olam tim lois Yosef l'kontibil zirecha l'hevcha v'rechacha 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 v'necha v'yamasecha v'kancha v'svish chavitzarecha shkala v'recha v'shtzvinecha alas damashin shpala v'secha l'seslach Baruch tiyem mikol u'amim le'yibcha kavakar v'hemtecha v'yisyadina memcha Malkah goyaloisi mikol roi b'chnaim b'kar b'hem Shem Abayisai Avraham v'Yitzchak v'Yidgolai b'kar pa'aretz Adonai l'heichem v'eschem v'hinchen hayom k'koich v'yashamayim l'roiv Adonai l'hei Abayisaychem Yosef l'heichem kochem elef p'omim v'bercheschem kasher d'v'elachem V'chata b'yir v'chata b'asodeh V'chata b'vayecha v'chata b'tzeisecha v'chtanechem shotecha v'chbinecha v'yad mascha v'yad behemtecha shkar alafecha v'ashtreisenecha Tzavad nayet chosa v'rocha b'asamecha v'cha Hol mishlach yudecha v'recha v'cha b'aris ashvad inoy l'hecha noisen lach V'tach adonai l'chos oitzaroi hatayvus hashemayim l'seisat m'taretz chabi toy v'rechet kol mas yudecha b'lisa goyim rabim v'atoloi silveh ki adonai l'hecha v'recha choka asher diber lach But the goyim rabim, atol l'savoid mashal tav goyim rabim, b'cholayim shoyli. Ashrecha Yisrael michmecham noishabadi noy magna ashrecha v'asher kerev gabasecha v'yachar hasher u'ay v'chaloch v'atol manusimei sidrich. V'chisi k'afish ha'echa v'chanan chateisecha shuvay like yigal ticha. Ranu shamayim ki aswadi noy ariyu v'tachtius uretz. Fitzchi harim rina yar v'cholay yitzboy ki goala lina yaakay v'yisrael yispor. Goyalein vadinoi tzvoish my kadosh Yisrael. Yisrael no shabadinoi Yisrael lemilei savoish v'lisi kol me'adai le'me'ad v'chaltem achol v'savoy avol laltem shabadinoi lechem asher so imachem la'aflid lo yavoish ami lo elam. Yidatem ki b'kerv Yisrael ani v'ni adinoi lechem inoid v'lo yavoish ami lo elam. Ki v'simcha sa'etzayi v'shulayim tivulin. Hehorim be'agvois Yiftchim lifnechem rina V'cholatzei hasodayim choichaf Hine Elishiyusi Eftach v'yevchod ki ozi v'simusvadin Loi v'ayilishia V'shavtem ma'im v'susan ma'ani yishia Ladinai yishalam chavachesach V'shavtem ma'im v'susan ma'ani yishia Martin b'yamahu heid ladinai kivishvai Hadiv rami m'liyasav Has kidri kinas kap shmois am radinoi ki goyis usa mit azleis bechalort. It's a halivirni yeshavas tzian ki godel b'kibech kadosh Yisrael. Omar by Yamahi and Elohim and Sakavin Loy Vishin and Zadina Kavin Loy and Gilman's Mahabishi Soy. Yank of Luchiban El Chavar, the Navajo Minasita, Chais and Shivis Chachmas, Badas, suddenly survived the little Holdork of Moscow, Vadina Moy. Puda Vishulaim, Nafshi Mikrofli, Kivirabim, Hoyi Modi, Vaimamal Shol. Yonas and Yomas Shose is Shia Gadol is Ice Israel. Khalila Chayadinoi. Will you Sars Navshi Artikia Melohim also Ayam Hasa? PFD Lamas Yonas and Belay Maze. The Adinoi Yeshivin Woodsien Reno of Simchazoil Mal Rosham. Susain. The Simcha Yasig of Anosia going Vanocha. Fakimus Machali Patak the Sakam to sing Simcha Ma'an. Is Merkabel Laydam. I don't know how the factors will make a attack the circuit with Simcha Vlayavad in our Hoshmail Billam. Yeah, Fake had no Holocaust Clover, Cave had no Sismach Sulmachel. Hurum is getting very active of Achti. From the Sassam in the Hampton, the Smachtam and Gunham. Barn of Sivasoyim, Shalom Shalom, Hagville Carvam, and I were for Sib. For love, she some say Richard Schlish on the Chodobit, Vimcham and Yishai Shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Ruach love says I'm a say Richard Schlish on the Chodobit, Vimcham and Yishai Shalom, 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 Israel, Kizar, Hakav, Kablam, David. Name Barosha, Gdud. Martin Kolachai, Vater, Shalom, Iska, Shalom, 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 Adonai, Islam, Yitain, Adonai, Sam, Shalom. I'm Rabbi Yochanan B'chol Malkum Shata Meitzig Lo Social Kadosh Baruch Hu Shabbat Meitzig Lo Say. That was it. Kav Subatrei Oshnu Migu. Even Mitros Subatrei Kas Subatrei Kadon Lechem Halay Madan the name. God give of Nara Shel Isif Adamli Kach Sheikhan. Subatrei Yisimish but Yasim Alman Wave Ger. Says Lechem is similar. Shanim and Shows. Subatrei obviously. He had no Lahani, Money Kasha, Mavi Sani, all years, 21 Shani. Batim and Bacon Madan Khan, Kilchamayim. The Hamadin 19 in Nicham Kolcha by Service and Barca Aden. Was the good again of the nice sauce and Mr. Himatsabo Toyer, because Zimra. I don't know if it's Mansid Kayagdal to the Shamali Sashwe Koya the night. Licht with Rock of Yagia Kapeki Circle, Shrekh. Ash the Geffen Prayer Berg, Save Second Kitchen, season. Seven Bushel Kanecha. In a kitchen in Berg, where the neighbor, but in Metzine, but which one from Mecha, but I'm not as well. So it shows how much I appreciate and want to share with you all. I'm missing Svenguli, right? Chaim. Why are you playing with the candles? Come on. Sudas might say Shabbos. This is Revishal Shabbos Labis, it's a Malkah Labis, and Nefesh Yisherim. It's like that. Choli the Kush Shabbos Lashim. Nega David Melach of Shalom. Schus Nasim Lachem the Kever Sashkas Nafsh and Michas and Nishmas and Askini Sidu saw the Maimani saw Shlaim was a head was a de Malkah Kadish. Askini Sidu saw the Malkah. Though you see this Revia, the David Malkah Mashiach. Davrom Yitzchok Bianco, Vasin Sade Beade, David Melech Yisrael, David Melech Yisrael, David Melech Yisrael, Chai V'Kayim Ahoy, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Yehai Luni, Yehai Luni, Yehai Luni, L'chol Yisrael, Amen. Skinus in the sword, the Mamni sword, Shlemus ahead was the Malkah Kadish, Skinus in the sword, the Malkah, there is the sword revealed, the Malkah Mashiach, the Abram Yitzchok Bianco, Vasin Sade Bade, David Melech Yisrael, Chai V'Kayim, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, yet one of the Holy Sword, Amen. Skinus in the sword, the Mamni sword, Shlemus ahead was the Malkah Kadish, Skinus in the sword, the Malkah, there is the revealed, the David Malkah Mashiach. Davram Yitzchok V'Yankai, Vasin Sadei Bade, David Melech Yisrael, Chai V'Kayim, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Yom Chol Solomon, Simon Tov Mazel Tov Yom Misma Ledu V'Adonai Rei Lecha B'Nes Tesh Yavi Tzengel Nimen Yichas Nolini Nafshi Shoyviv Yan Chayni B'Magli Tzeg Man Shmoi Gaham Ki Ayleich B'Gai Tzalmo V'Sol Yiroro Ki Ata Yimodi Shiftecho Mishantecho Haymin Achmini Tarech L'Fnei Shulchan Neged Seroi Shanta B'Shem Roi Shi Koiser Voya Achtoi B'Chesed Yirufini Kol Yemei Chayai V'Shavti B'Veis Adonai Loirech Yomim Dois Malkah Mashiach. B'moitzua Yom Anicho. Amsai Lamcho Revacho. Shlach Tish L'Nenecho. Nos Yogoyin Vanocho. Yasel Chatziri L'Kabitz Amefizuri. Nagoyach Suri Ad Shekur Lishicho. Stoidem Tarel Malay Tamash Shoyel Estucha B'Voygayel. L'Sepsira Nedocha. Kroyer Shalom Ne'adava El Dagul Me'avava Yeshivu Yabal N'chol Yisrael Yeshiyov L'Rocha Bastion Hashchilo Ashahi Ayam Gilo Hayrod Yabilo Baimabonim Smaicho Mayonis Hazayazivin V'diyei Adonai Ad Yeshivin Me'yasha Yeshavin V'atzura Nishkocha Nechayamcho Kavrachman Yitzapsiyam Lo Yalmon Vadinoi Asher Nehmon Bad Kimcho Haftucho Yedidim Pleitei Cheretz Neginosam Yibtchi B'Meretz Blitzvocho Bliferetz Ein Yoitzeitz Sveinsvocho Yechoidish Hazek V'yesu V'choize Shemavayese V'atei Kol Yisruel Koil Susoin V'koil Simcha Koil Choson V'koil Kalo U'masalus Chasanim V'chipasam Yorim V'shtei Neginasam Chazekim Alei Mishalus Seini Amitz Yaseh B'kushu Seini V'yishlach B'masi Yadayni Baruch Avatzlucha V'arvocha B'moitzi Am Gila Shem Chanoir Alila Shlach Tish V'lam Segila Revach Susan V'nocha Koil Tzehit Holavarinas V'saini Osteranena Ono Adonai Hashiana, Ono Adonai Atzlichona. Selionovi. 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 Selionovi Agabus. Elionovi Melech HaMashiach. Elionovi Melech HaMashiach. Elionovi Melech Mashiach. Elionovi Melech Mashiach. Elionovi Melech Mashiach. Elohim Yisadeinu Brocha B'Badeinu. B'Sebed Toiv Yisbadeinu B'Chol Mishlachadenu Elohim Yisadeinu Brocha. Yom Rishon L'Malacha Yitzavi Tonim Brocha V'Yom Hasheni Kocha Yam Tegasedeinu. Elohim Yisadeinu Brocha. Beit Vayishi B'Shlishi V'Vi B'Chamishi Achlei Boi. Yishlach Espoideinu Elohim Yisadeinu Brocha. Geen Foyach Tavach V'Yom Hashishi Zavach Kodesh Hil V'Shavach Kol Machmadeinu Elohim Yisadeinu Brocha. Deni Lo Nafsheni Deni Lo Nafsheni Tzon V'Yom Kodsheni V'Ronin Yisadeinu V'Lo B'Badeinu Elohim Yisadeinu Brocha B'Badeinu B'Sebed Toiv Yisbadeinu B'Chol Mishlachadenu Elohim Yisadeinu Brocha Elichi Yishkoy Ali Avdecho Yaskili V'Vasa Toiv Eli Es Elioya Novi Navalarem Mishlachir Tzaharim V'Vasa Mamas Shuvi Shuvi Elichi Yishkoy Ali Avdecho Yaskili V'Vasa Toiv Eli Es Elioya Novi Havi Kamad Raga Kol Machol Kol Naga Ayvayach Hefko Yem Melokam B'Libi Eli Chishkoy Ali Avdecho Yaskili V'Vasa Toiv Eli Es Elioya Novi Malkah Chevayilach Yafahad Kulach, V'yasin Malach, Giladi Tishbi, Ilchishke Ali, Avdacha Yeski, Mavasa Teveli, Eselio Navi. Knife is safe, says B'nai Yoina, Kivas Lisachan Sinach Lasaini. Ilchishke Ali, Avdacha Yeski, Mavasa Teveli, Eselio Navi. Other Oyim, there's a safer Butsina than a Hira from the Chernobyler. He says from the Baal Shem Tov Kodesh. The Baal Shem Tov Kodesh says he doesn't know where someone has koyach for the whole week if he doesn't by Shaloshidas sing Dvar Yikro and by Melaveh Malkah Adir Oyim. So let's sing Adir Oyim and then we'll start saying Torah and the rest of the Zmiras we'll say afterwards. Adir Oyim v'nayra batzar li lecha ekra Adonai li v'layira layira Gedor Pirtzas Hecholi, do Gil Maher Chachli, Li Adonai, Hey, Oizer Li. Hey, Natosik Vosi, Vilshios Choki Visi, Adonai, Oizi Shiosi. Soch Niki Chapayim, Chin Forsi Chanafayim, Adonai, Erech Chapayim. Tifchotoch Lamecha, Yolonir, Nemecha, Adonai, Salem, Anshemecha. Kainin Beis Mechoinecha, Lahabit Spoitzinecha, Adonai Bior, Ponecha. Mi pachad lad sili na leilun sin kadish gorli adinoi shema v'koili z'oidis v'chlenim horim azon esan ishorim adinoi oitzer horim pedayam chomi azim son chemet goizim adinoi oisei chazizim karev keit nechama rachem oim l'rachama adinoi ish milchama shchoin kameis vol leini tamid el mechol leini adinoi malkini hi yoishi yoini. All right, we're up to the Torah part. We'll have a little drink. All right. So let's. I don't celebrate Halloween, by the way. I Taka don't. So I have a tonight is the yard side of my holy Zayda the Chavos Yor Zechisi Ugalain Malkah Solomon. And in the Tehillim that we said tonight, Psalm 119 is divided, according to some opinions, to 7 parts. Each night, you do 3 of the, because Psalm 119 goes according to Aleph Beis. So you do 3 of the letters, meaning each of the Aleph Beis, you have 8 verses, 8 psukim. So you do 3 of the letters, which means 24 psukim each night. Shabbos we skip. So now, tonight we had Ayin, Pei, and Tzadik. So in Pei, it's very interesting. It's not Stamazoi. It says Pesach V'Recha Yo'ir Mevin Psoyim. The opening of your word gives light, and it gives in understanding to the fools. And so here we have the name Yo'ir, which is the name of the Baal Halila, yard side tonight and tomorrow of my holy ancestor, Morena Rabbeinu Rabbi Yoyer Hatar Rabbi Yoyer Chaim, or Chaim Yoyer ben Rabbi Moshe Shemshon. Sometimes he signs Yoyer Chaim, sometimes he signs it Chaim Yoyer. Rabbi Yoyer Chaim Bacharach. And I have here the Mechon Yerushalayim printed, a new copy of the Chavos and Chavos Yoyer in 2 volumes. And he has here not only the Sefer Chavos Yoyer that the world knows. So, like if you go on the this wie heißt es? The Sfaria. They have the whole Shalos and Shuvas Chavos Yoyer, which includes the Zemer that we sang by the Hanukkah Lecht from his grandfather, Shakai Salim Tzadasi, and also 2 Zemiras that we'll sing later, that I sing usually, or at least try to look at every Motzei Shabbos, if I remember to. That also he had 2 Zemiras for Shabbos and 2 Zemiras for Motzei Shabbos. But I wanted to learn tonight a tshuva that appears in the Kisvei Yad. One of the responsum that appears in the manuscript that was published in this version of Chavos Yoyer was not published in the previous version of the Chavos Yoyer. This was in manuscript, and it was only published in this new version from the Mechon Yerushalayim. And it shows, first of all, how sweet the Heilige Seide, the Chavos was, that he writes this letter for Reb David Oppenheim, who was one of the Gedolei Ador, right? He's buried in Prague. I was at his kever, and in Prague, and I think he was the chief rabbi of Prague, David Oppenheim, and he writes really just for the purpose of delivering this Dvar Torah, which is really a tremendous yisoidistic inyan. It's a very fundamental concept, and it's worthwhile to talk about. So, but let's learn the whole tshuva, and then we can. Interesting. In the previous tshuva, he says a Torah ma'oid here. He usually signs himself a Torah. Sometimes he signs a cotton, like a lot of the tzaddikim would sign. But here he signs a Torah ma'oid. Please, not right now. So he starts out like this: Shir Malois LeDavid, a song of usually the ascents or the pilgrimage song. But here Malois means all the milos, all the positive, high things, lofty things we could say about David. Hakatan b'shanim, gadol b'torah b'oisher v'chavod. He may be small in his years, that he's a young man, but he's great in Torah, and in, not only that, but in wealth and honor. David Oppenheim was known also as a gvir. He's praised with many lofty attributes. Chanenu Elokim Zeved Tov Zaved, because God graced him with such a pleasant and good gift. Liuni Ulokme Girsa Girsase Shmur Netzach Vein Dover Avod. He is a very deep thinker and student and scholar of Torah, and his Torah scholarship is protected, meaning he doesn't forget it. Nothing is lost. Daitei b'das Torah. His mind is a Torah mind. B'das noite b'shurin mechitzin, good beloved. And his knowledge, his intelligence, it stretches with measures and walls. Good beloved, meaning that it extends beyond the limits of what's already there. It extends beyond that into something that goes wide. It meaning like a good asik and loved, meaning it fills in the holes. If something doesn't go all the way along, if there's a space between two things, it extends it, and that's how his Torah learning is. Haloyehu mechutanti aluf bacher me'am. He was Reb David Oppenheim was his mechutan, the very lofty leader, chosen among the people. Makel noyim, the very sweet. I'm assuming this is makel, like a staff, like a charef ubaki, the one who is both deep and understanding in his knowledge, that he can understand things in a very sharp way, but also a baki, someone who has a vast knowledge. Karenu Reb David Ish Oppenheim. It's Renu. Reb David, who was from Oppenheim. Oppenheim was used for his last name, but really it's where it's the name of the town, just like Bochrach was also the name of the town. So he says, Hine af kizeh yomim rabim shel tsar nekitna b'datoy lavoy b'mechil mekvoy. So the Heilige Zayid, the Chavos writes to his mechutin, Reb David Oppenheim. He says, even though there are many years, many days of pain that have passed, I still think of you, and I ask forgiveness from your honor. Zois hi nifleis be'einai Hashem yoyim pridasi v'tziasi mebeis aviv mehachal ahasam like bikish b'nai l'reinu b'koil doidi doifik b'shelus chacham m'mevin midaitai b'davar teirani ki yad Hashem atova Allah. And it's amazing to me that from the day when I left, and when I left from your father's house, from his father's house to here, from here to there, he didn't come visit me to awaken me with the voice of my beloved, and there's David is the name in there, to be knocking with the question to a sage, to understand from his own knowledge, from a Torah concept according to the good hand that Hashem, that the Lord has put upon him. Avki al shulchan hamelech lechem abirim bisra shmeina oichel l'soiva machzer kiloran shaloi davar. And he eats from the king's table with bread of the angels and fat meat, and that he should be full, and he's not lacking anything. Mikol makom lefamim ki yeh leish barburim avusim v'rashei p'sionim deva haisa yom milachlan and basar. But sometimes it could be a person could have all kinds of delicious delicacies, stuffed poultry and so forth. He has enough and more. And he's going to say, that's my drink. What are you doing? Who's going to feed me meat? And even if someone has aged wine, an abundance like the rain of the heavens, he's going to desire and say, who's going to feed me water? Who's going to give me water to drink? The reason, the reason he obviously he's talking about Torah, meaning even though you're such a big Talmud Chacham, Mechutin Reb David, the truth is you have your table is full with all kinds of delicious delicacies in Torah. Despite that, you're going to want more. The same thing. Then this is just a sweet letter to his mechutin. He says, doesn't his soul know how much that when he was here with me, I always enjoyed his wisdom, and I asked about it every time I spoke to him. Please, don't play with the candles. What are you doing? And now it's like I'm gonna be like a deer that is. Did you just blow out a candle? Why are you doing that? No, that one went out on its own. Like two deers who were fighting. And then the flowers will give a pleasant aroma, which will make glad God and men. Because there's no place for silence. In Torah, it's good in the house and outside. If you say this is how people conduct themselves, and then it was a minakafu. I say this is the reverse of what should be the proper minhag, the proper custom. Adarabah, Mars Eira, Loy Honorable. And it's just the opposite, because you, my master, are not small, and I am not great. L'chein amarti im ihu shadku anan mi shadkinan. And therefore I say, if he is quiet, who will quiet us? V'havarabba gilgala hashura v'sayim v'shomi kila mazel tov bal b'kishurim b'asgiloi b'asechod migadolei adar muflagim b'yichus koisher v'yosher. But I want to wish a mazel tov because he made a shidduch with the daughter of one of the Gedolei Ador. It was a yachsin. Kamsula kala karna ashela rivcha mishtavadein al efer mishlach gad gediv sinukloi yerava shizbegu damar yala yofav yarach yomim v'yirezera v'chayvetz Hashem zois atar b'yoda yatzliach. That this shidduch should be a good shidduch. I'm not sure if he's talking about that his son made the shidduch or if he's talking about himself. I'm assuming that his son made the shidduch. Anyway, we're going to get to the Indian of what we're talking about here. And so when we talk about, I'm writing on this leaf, Shisi be Indian Hanukkah. This I had a difficulty to understand the concept of Hanukkah. The Meshamer of Yeshua ben Levi prepared by and Madlikin Shabbos Chav Gimel Amid Aleph Nashim Chayavos B'ner Hanukkah Sha'av Heim Hayab Oisay Nes. Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi said, Gemara Shabbos 23a, in the second chapter of the Gemara Shabbos, that women are obligated in the Hanukkah candles. Why? Because they also were part of that miracle of the Hanukkah candles. And umashma halav hachi peturim neshu mitzvahs aseishas mangrama. However, we have a general rule when it comes to mitzvahs that women are exempt. Doesn't mean they are not allowed to do it, but they have no obligation to do something that is a positive commandment that is time bound. That the time is what is causing us to do the mitzvah, meaning a particular day of the year, something like that. But we come out that they are chayav. Why? They are obligated because it's something that our sages established. And here it gets to this, I find to be the most fascinating part. Because when we light the Hanukkah candles, we say in bracha, Asher kitshonu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu, that God made us holy with His commandments, and He commanded us lahadlik ner Hanukkah, to light the Hanukkah lamp. So the question is, v'hechan mitzivanu, where were we commanded? The Torah doesn't say to light the Hanukkah lamp. Miloi sasor. The answer is in the book of Deuteronomy. It says, do not deviate from that which the sages teach. Im kein havalei leisase v'chol mitzvos leisase afilu shesman grama noshim chayavos ki b'mishnah shleima parakama de kedushin. So therefore, every positive rabbinical commandment is a lo sasa. It says thou. It says thou shalt not deviate, and so it's a negative commandment, meaning that when we fulfill the positive mitzvah, it's that's a rabbinical mitzvah. We're fulfilling the negative mitzvah, avoiding a prohibition. And when it comes to a mitzvah's lo sasa, when it comes to a negative mitzvah, the women are obligated in it, as we find the Mishnah in the first chapter of Kiddushin Chav Tes Amud Aleph 29a. A very simple and obvious thing. So I'm telling you this little pinhole to open up. Vani Shalom Ye'eni, and I'm wishing you greetings and peace. And Pasachti like the Fiskoi Shal Ulam Arboim Labina Vadas, and I open for him like these paraphrasing Chazal, like the door of a dinner hall to the year of 40 of understanding and knowledge. And I already said that when I was by this expert, that he is a well of living water that's flowing. Come on. In Kol Kli Yutzar, I'm in the middle of this. What are you doing? Stop it. With all of the vessels that are made against you, will be successful. Lev Maven voice and Shemas, a heart that understands, an ear that hears. The Enoch Sorech Lil Alti Shalosh Al Shalosh Matlas Nagas Koi Divrei Nefesh Nana V'Nechnos El Shar Kailas Mul Panei Magavid Mechaviv Divrei Chachamim V'Kordovnos Marvas Aneichi Talas HaTorah Yorachayim Bachrach Zois Hanukkah Samizpeach Emes Lefig. So he wrote this on the last day of Hanukkah, this letter. And then he says, V'tevik l'rav nafshi prisa shloimi rav mechutanti agoin Rab Bezin Namgari Rab Wolf. And he says he should also, I don't need this. He asks he should also send regards to his Odom Mekutin Rab Wolf. Anyway, the point that I want to bring up by learning this tshuva, which is the very flowery language, is the nakuda that is in there. That you hear, the teenagers, they'll say something like, "Oh, it's only the Rabbanim." No, only the Rabbanim. No, every the Rabbanim is a deraisa. Every rabbinical law is a biblical law. Not only is it a biblical law, but it's a biblical law of a loisase. That's the yisoid that I want to bring out. That's the fundamental concept I want to bring out, is that it is it's a negative commandment, meaning it's something very fundamental. Meaning to say, if somebody, we know that a Jew doesn't eat davar acher, a Jew doesn't eat pork, a Jew doesn't eat ham. And that's allowed, right? So, not eating, right? Not eating ham, that's like something that's fundamental to being a Jew, right? So, when we hear people say, Hanukkah is just a minor holiday, because rabbinical, it's not a minor holiday. It's a major holiday. Because keeping Hanukkah is like not eating pork. That's how important it is. And so that's why it's a type of a mitzvah that's so fundamental. Can you pick that up? Why are you wasting food? Go pick that up! Go pick it up! All right. Let's sing the Zemer.
Yeah.
This mirror is from No, pick up that crouton that you put on the floor. Mighty Omnicha, Bekol Tzvacha, Tolohi Elahai Beshkacha, Gviasin Wafer Shocha, Shucha Kamai Zaydim, Davrim, Charev Chadim, Chainin Umatzikim, Yehudim Vein Biadam Maicha, Chaitim Chezech, Ramzam Koleim Tarim, Halcham Yisur Sivram Tevasam Yeshchucha, Shchicha Lefanachel, Bainenu Yismuchat, Oim Yoleinu Kaspenu Tarbe Vizarinu Lefanecha Yikoin Vatzlicha Vatzlicha Vatiftach Etzvisecha Malayasam Meinu Mubichasecha Nafshenu Talin B'Tevisecha V'Soid Nefesh Nenacha Nenacha Levinyanari El Adas Yaakov Yisrael Padush Shalach V'Hoyel Samchenu V'Gula Betucha V'Saraf Nechshava. What are you doing with the fish? Don't eat it. Eat it. Please don't. Go wash your hands when you're done. Das Yankov Yisrael. Padush Shalach v'Hoyel Samchenu v'Gula Betucha v'Saraf Nechshuva Koshim Memshelas Medheva Perish Tugar Raya Soima Seita Kriva Shifusei Kukoitzim Kesucha Mos Testimim First Israel Tikimim Vasisa Kasher Zamim Peloi Seravacha Ruach HaKodesh Taski Leinu V'Nasiv Mitzvah Hadri Chenu Chadesh Kanesha Nureinu Nkimim V'Nelam Befricha Kefrisa Fifa Tzipor Chisha Slicha V'Kipor Techtam Leolenu Siyor Tzar Yogain Vanacham Elecha Elohim Ekrabachain B'Toy Batzara Eskornagina Siva Laila Abasa Gadfune Goyim Devuyim Dechufim Dechuyim Nafshe Visicha Balaila Shante Havdachas Hagula V'Karvei V'Rein V'Klola Yemelik Boy V'Halaila Zavul Zarecha Zamta Chilakata Samcha Samta Shaimer Mami Lai Latar Fire Tordai Tutalai Here Misram Yechalai Shavisi Kari Kala Laila Kekfoidenu Kalala Falgus Lefenecha Limala Gisavayoim Vilaila Melech Malek Mira Nefes Naviacha Naisha Naisans Miros Balaila Sidrecha Savurim Sechufim Adas Chalecha Zuvim Nachasiyascha B'chol Laila Prata Falayim Peshveinu Tzares Trufais Trufeinu Cholim B'chol Laila Kavitz Kuvei Kadosh Achara Sevacha Shreya Secha Ruchia Shecharecha Balayla Shaddai Shamor Sheri Seinu Tashiv Yes Tifarti Nakuru Reach B'koicha Vim Balayla Herel Vram Hamad Seinu Mashiach Ve'Eliyah Yavoy Levesreinu Asavayke V'Gam Laila. We're gonna have to end this show now. All right, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll get the vach, get the chodesh, and we'll say the rest of this mirrors by ourselves. We will. Freilich and Hanukkah.